We are live. All right. Hey, what's happening, Tim? Looks like you're the only one in here right now. Hopefully, more people will filter in. Thanks, Tim. I am tired. I spent all weekend up at the Chrysler show up at Carlisle. It was so freaking hot out there. I must have sweated off about 50 pounds of water weight. Good Lord. Hey, what's happening, Pure Pontiac? How's the GTO coming, Pure? Still chipping away at it? Yeah, I know the feeling. It's been hot here too. It's been quite the challenge to go out and work on the Firebird in this heat, that's for sure. Things have definitely slowed down. They've been slacking. Yeah, I didn't do anything. I was going to work on it today, but then it rained most of the morning, and then I didn't even bother to go out after in the afternoon. I was pretty beat from being up at the Chrysler show all weekend. I don't have much more to do on that. I got to fix some dents on the passenger driver's door and get that done, and then we can move on to sanding on the rest of the car and getting it into build prime. So, oh, yeah, that's no good. You got to watch that. You just got to drink lots of fluids. That's for sure. And move slow. You putting a now? Is that an automatic car or is that a 4-speed car? And are you putting a 289 back in it? Tri power, or are you just going to run a single bore barrel? Wow. So after getting the heat exhaustion, it just wears you out even quicker then. Oh, nice. So you're going to convert it over to the 4-speed. Oh, and run the put a tri power on it. Cool. Nice. I like the 65s. They're pretty good. I almost bought a 65. 389 4-speed. That was almost my first car. Oh boy. Ugh. Oh, it's not big, but not a problem, Tim. No biggie. Seems like it's pretty quiet in here, anyways. Oh. I had 6 of them pure. So on the earlier cars, that bracket's welded to the frame. It's not like the later cars where it bolts to it. I know more about the 68 to 72 cars than I do about the earlier cars. Yeah, that one I looked at, I think that was around E6 or so. I looked at that. It was right before I got my license. The guy wanted $1,800 for it. It was a 389 4-speed. It wasn't a bad car. It needed paint work like anything else at that time, but it wasn't bad. Oh, you thought about bolting it? Yeah, I don't know if they did that from the factory on those or not. It might. I don't know. I know the bolts on pretty much all 68 to 72 A bodies already have the holes there for the bracket. Because we're converting a friend's car to 4-speed in his holes, and the bolt holes were there. We just had to run some bolts in it and just bolt it right on. Oh boy. Hey, bad attitude. What's happening? Oh, not much. Just hanging out on a Sunday, chilling from the weekend. Just cooked from being up at the Mopar show up in Carlisle all weekend. Yeah, tell me about it. We were just, even in the shade, it was just terrible. I mean, we had a little bit of a breeze we'd catch every now and then, but for the most part, it was just still and hot and humid. Yesterday was pretty much it was pretty bad yesterday. Friday was pretty bad too. And then you walk in the swap meet and there's really no shade there at all. You're just out in heat. So it just pretty much just wiped me out for the rest of the weekend. Was it? Yeah, we had about a heat index of about, I think it was right around 100 or 102 with the humidity. It wasn't quite that high, but that's miserable enough. 111, geez. I don't even know if I'd even want to go outside. That sure does deter work in the shop, that's for sure. I think we're supposed to be in the high 80s, low 90s all the rest of the week. So it's going to be a challenge getting the rest of the body work done on the Firebird with all the heat and humidity. Just go slow. I guess they had, I don't know, the ambulance was there a couple times yesterday. I guess a woman passed out. My buddy went to the bathroom and came out. And she was laying on the ground, and people were trying to get her up. And the ambulance came through. I'm surprised there wasn't more of that, really. Oh boy. Are you driving your truck to No Names Bad Attitude, or are you going to trailer it? I'm not sure where you're from, so I don't know how far you got to go to get to Sykeston. Hey, what's happening, Eric? How are you doing, buddy? Hmm. Okay. Well, that's cool. How far are you from Sykeston Bad Attitude? Yeah, we got some, Eric, but it's not quite as bad as Vermont. Man, Vermont and upstate New York got nailed with that stuff, especially Vermont. They really had problems. We didn't get much flooding here at all. I mean, not. I mean, maybe some local streams got overrun, but we didn't have any issues. I know Vermont's bad. They really got nailed. I think parts of upstate New York got it pretty good too. Oh, maybe I got that screwed up. I'm new to this, so I don't know. Let me see if I can change that. 'If I can without shutting the stream down. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. 663 miles. Yeah, I got 850. That's like 14 hours for me. I'm trying to change it, but I'm not having any problem. Oh, here we go. There we go. That might work better. I turned that off. I must have had that turned on for some reason. Wow, 21 hours. And that's almost sick week is almost like drag week, isn't it? You got to drive from place to place and race and drove it straight through. Wow. Yeah, it's like a 19-hour drive for us from PA here. I did Daytona Beach one year. I went down for a bike week once and I drove straight through. And it took me about 14 hours to do that. Now, what's the difference between drag week and sick week? Is it different cars or? Okay. Oh, they all have their own perks. Okay. Yeah, because you have different ones that keep popping up. Drag week, sick week. I guess there's another one too out there too. Um, Out. I think it's out. Okay. Be kind of cool to do, but boy, that's a lot of work trying to get there and get it all done. Yeah. I mean, you got to drag all your stuff and pull a trailer and hope the car doesn't self destruct. And I'm saying with Dragwick, I mean, all of those are pretty. That's the testament to the machine that you built that it can do all that and go home yet. Oh wow. Well, that's pretty cool. You can actually at least you can get some lunch or something or ice cream and cool down. That's pretty nice. Yeah, that's it too. That's the other one I was thinking of. Rocky Mountain Race Week. That's in Colorado. That's the one I was thinking about. Yeah, I can't remember all this stuff. Seems like they keep coming up with different stuff each year. I know they do like a drag week up in Canada too. I've seen that on DD Speed Shop. He was doing something similar to that up there. Oh wow, they had one in Alaska too. That's pretty cool. I wonder how many drag strips they have in Alaska. They must have a few if they can do something like that. Well, I'm bringing the Firebird to Sykeston, so that's 800. That's going to be 1,600 round trip roughly, and then I'm home for 4 days, and then I jump into Chevelle and we load that up, and then we head to Cruising the Coast in Gulfport, Mississippi, and that's what it's 1,100 miles for us or something, 1,250 something like that. So trying to spread the mileage out between two cars. But if the Firebird can't go to Sykeston, then the Chevelle will go, and that'll get all the miles. 850. That's moving. What's the next classic car I'm going to buy? I'm not going to buy any more cars, Eric. I'm done. I'm done, buddy. I got two, and that's enough. I get the Firebird done, and I'm pretty much just going to cruise that. The Chevelle, and that's it. They're both done. Yeah. I don't have any more room. I'm out of garage space. I only got a 2-car garage, so I can't fit anything else in it. So if I do buy another one, it's going to have to sit out in the weather. If I buy another one, I'm not going to make it look nice either. It's just going to be junk. That's kind of what the Firebird was supposed to be, but it ended up being too good of a car to just let go the way it was. Plus, the prices on these things are just completely ridiculous. But guys are asking for this. Some of this stuff is just stupid. I can't justify buying something that's, paying all the money. $10,000 for a car that needs all kinds of work is just out of hand. And parts prices are completely out of sight too. So yeah, it's kind of where I'm at. Bad attitude. I just want the Firebird to look decent, one color, have some shine, and done with it. I don't need a show car. I just need something that's a nice driver. But I don't want to do another car. Like I said, I'm more of a mechanical kind of guy. I hate body work. Yeah, I hate body work. I just want. If I would have bought another car, I'd probably buy. Well, you can't find. I have a 396 sitting under the bench that runs good, and I just can't find anything reasonable to put in it. So, but I wouldn't mind finding an old Nova or something, and I probably wouldn't do anything to it. Just make it safe, and leave it all crappy looking, and just put the big block in it. Just go nuts. But at this point in time, I don't have any plans on buying anything. Hell, I don't even plan on doing anything. The only thing I did to the engine on the Bird was just put an intake and carb on it and dual exhaust. I don't even want to put headers on that car or do anything like that. Yeah, I feel for you. I haven't messed with any LSs or anything. I haven't messed with any EFI. So yeah, I can imagine the learning curve that's going to be. Yeah, nobody I know that's got an LS. I know a couple guys that have the Holley Terminator systems on there, and I know one guy he was having issues with it. I don't know if he ever got it straightened out, but yeah, I feel free. I'm just keeping my stuff all the caveman crap with carburetors. EFI would be nice, it really would, but I just don't know if I want to deal with all the nonsense that goes along with it. And I hear guys have lots of issues with that. Yeah, yeah, and they're cheap. My God, you can find an LS, like get a 5.3 and jam a turbo on it, and make all kinds of power. You know, it's crazy. Yeah, and the tuning capabilities with the computer and stuff is just pretty far out. Get on there with the old laptop and start making changes and stuff. I haven't considered putting an LS in anything, to be honest with you. I'm just more old school. They're just cheap and everywhere, though. And the 5.3s are bulletproof. My God, I guess they're better than the 6.0s, from what I understand. Yeah, because of the altitude changes and everything. I can imagine. That's the only drawback to running a carburetor, especially if you're going, out in Colorado and stuff like that. That altitude change really screws crap up. Yeah, you don't have to worry with it. It all does it for you. Makes your changes in your altitude and everything. Yeah, computers certainly do make things simpler, don't they? Yeah. Now, do you run E85 in that, or no? Do you just run pump gas? My brother-in-law was thinking of putting an E85 tune on his. He'd do it on pump gas. Drive on pump gas. Okay. Yeah, my brother-in-law was going to put a E85 tune on his G8, but the problem is finding it. We have quite a few. We have a lot of pumps around here, but if you go somewhere any distance, or what's the guarantee of finding the 85 is the other problem. I've never tried running it. Just easier to make sure you can get somewhere just running the old pump gas. And just blended. Now you're running electronic transmission behind that? You're running a 4L80E in that? Because I know most of the swaps, most guys do the engine and the transmission. They put the 4L80 in them, and PCM runs it all. Okay. Nice. Yeah, that way you get your overdrive and everything. You can run some gear in the back. Okay. So the ECU controls the transmission and the engine in that. Pardon my ignorance on this stuff. I don't deal with like I said, I'm a caveman. Everything I mess with is still carbureted. So I don't really screw with that. I haven't gotten involved in too many LS swaps. If I haven't gotten involved in any, actually. So yeah, ain't that the truth? That's why I ask questions, because I don't know much about them. More of a push rod guy than I am. Well, I'm more of an old school small block and big block type thing. So when it comes to the fuel injection stuff, I know what all the sensors are. I understand the concept and everything. I know how they work and everything. But with the swap stuff, I'm just kind of a little beyond me. So Because I've had a couple of people say, well, why didn't you pull that Pontiac engine out and put an LS in it? I'm like, probably be a whole lot lighter than a Pontiac engine, that's for sure. I just don't have any interest in doing that. Yeah, 403 Olds wasn't really known for their durability, unfortunately. It's a good engine, but they got windowed mains, so their bottom ends are really weak, and you gotta put a girdle in them to keep it together. Yeah, Pontiacs are horrible. They are. I know, because that's why that 396 is still sitting under the bench. I've had many people ask me to buy it, and it's like, no, I'm not selling it. Because if anything happens to that 350 Pontiac in the Firebird, I just can't afford to buy a 400 Pontiac to put back in it, or even another 350, because the parts are just outrageous for those things. It's easier for me to put a big block Chevy in it and be done with it. I mean, as many, you know. I can imagine. Yeah, Butler's, it's pricey. It really is. And then just the parts, just even buying the used stuff is nuts. You know, I've had a couple guys say, "Oh, you should keep a Pontiac powered." Well, here's the deal: you give me $2,000 for the junk 400 Pontiac everybody wants, and another $4,000 to fix it. Yeah, I know he's the guy. That's for sure. That's for sure. It is way cheaper. And the fact that it's already under the bench and it runs, all you got to do is just throw it. You just got to get the Chevy parts to hook it up. It's just, because I've been looking at 400 Pontiacs and it's just nuts. Yeah, yeah. Can weigh a whole lot less. The 396 is a freaking boat anchor. But for right now, the Pontiac still runs good, so we'll just leave that in there for now. But if anything ever happens to it, I don't know if it'll go back to being a Pontiac. That's for sure. Yeah, I'm sure. I don't care what anybody thinks. Cough up the money. Exactly. Exactly. You know, and I see junk 400. I see used 400s on marketplace and stuff like that, and bought condition unknown, spins over, $1,000. It's like, and then if you got to put pistons or whatever, I mean, it costs money. Exactly. If you want to kick the money towards it, I'll put anything in there. Tell me about it. So, That's all right. I wanted a Camaro and I ended up with a Firebird. So if the big block goes in it, then I have my big block Camaro or Firebird or whatever. Or donate me a Pontiac engine to put back in it. But like I said, right at this point in time, I'm not. The 350 runs good. So whenever, if it ever has any problems. All right, bad attitude. I'll catch you later. I guess it depends on what you're going to do with it, pure. Because I've seen 350 Pontiacs go pretty reasonable, but you know, I guess it's all in what you want to do. I mean, the cost to rebuild the 350 is the same cost as it is to build the 400, and you're getting a bigger engine. You know, I don't know. I'm pretty happy with the 350 that's in it, so I'm not. I wasn't looking to make it a big powerhouse. I just wanted to run good. So just have some fun with it. But it's like anything else. It's like, going to a 400 is like a no brainer. You might as well just jump up to the higher cubic inch engine because more parts are available for it. Piston choices and things of that nature. 350 has pretty much zilch in the way of piston choices. Because I know they sell a kit to make those a 383 stroker, and I thought that would be pretty interesting to do a 350 Pontiac stroker engine. Would be pretty neat. And I don't think the kits are that expensive. I think it comes with just the whole rotating assembly. So that'd be kind of interesting. Make a 350, like a 383 stroker Pontiac 350. So I don't know. I haven't really looked into much of that stuff because the engine runs good. So there isn't much. I just haven't had much interest in doing that. So, who's still all in here? You still in here, Eric? Yeah, who's all in here still? I know it says there's 3 of us here. Multitasking. Looking for some tires. There's a challenge, Tim. Especially if you want to find something reasonable. I haven't priced tires lately, so I can imagine what the prices are on them now. We're probably going to have to do the same thing you're doing here soon. I'm hoping to get through the winter on the tires I have, but next year I'm probably going to have to get some. Up about $55. Yeah, it's kind of a waste if you're going to. I mean, I could see balancing it because that just makes it a lot smoother on the road to drive. But yeah, doing all that stuff and then just never racing it or doing anything with it's kind of a waste. Oh, yours came with low profile tires. I think the last pair I put on my 200, I think I put Uniroyals on it. That was quite a while ago. They've actually lasted quite a long time. But I rotate them and everything, so. Hey, what's up, Mopar Nut? $4.95 each. Wow, man. No, I'm just cooked from the weekend, from being up at the Chrysler show, Mopar Nut. Yeah, $4.95. That's nuts. It's like $2,000 for 4 tires. My God. Oh. Now, are those just summer tires, Tim? Are they all? Are they winter, summer and winter? Yeah, tell me about it. That's crazy. All season. Man, 100,000 mile tire. Jeez, that's a pretty. That's quite the claim of mileage. I always thought 50 or 60,000 were good. Us with old eyes. Yeah, I know that feeling. Yeah, that's the key. Rotation. Because if you don't rotate them, they'll just wear out. That's for sure. And alignment. Keeping the alignment checked. I had 106,000 miles out of them. That's pretty impressive. I don't know how many miles I've gotten out of my tires. I don't even remember. I don't know how many miles I had on the car when I put them on. I guess I should probably. Uh, when they get to the wear bars, then I start looking at tires. But usually they start to suck even before they get to that point. Just amazing how much the prices of things have just gone up. Just even stuff that you don't even think about, like that tires, and it's just crazy. Like I said, I haven't even looked at tires. Wow. 2 alternators, huh? 1 battery and tires. Jeez. I've already gone. I'm on my 3rd set of brake pads on my Chrysler. The 2nd set of rotors. Man, that thing's only got 65,000 miles on it, but I do a lot of stop and go driving, so it just burns them off. Hey, I'll be back in a minute. I got to run upstairs quick. All right, I'm back. Is anybody even still here? Says there's two. Oh, yeah, that's rough. Oh man. Oh geez. Did you go to Ocean City Cruise, Tim? Did you go down at all? I went down. I went down this year, but I didn't take any of the cars. I didn't even register. I didn't know if you went down Ocean City for that or not. It pretty much sucks anymore. The cops have really ruined that. No, no, it didn't seem like there was a whole lot going on. Somebody posted a picture on Facebook of, you know how Wawa used to get down there and just get packed, and hell, it was a ghost town at 11 o'clock because the cops had just kind of just cracked down too much on everybody. So I just haven't even been taking a car. Millsboro. Because I went last year, I didn't register the car. I took a car, but I didn't register it. Okay, so you're pretty close to everything down there. Now the old Ocean City Cruise is pretty lame anymore. All those damn kids. I'm in Harrisburg. I'm actually right across the river from Harrisburg. So that's nice living that close to the beach, though. Yeah, I'll let you know because, like I said, we've been doing the spring show, but we've just been going down, and my wife's has our brothers come down, and we just all hang out. Just haven't been doing much of the car show thing because it's just more of a pain. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got to go visit Buck. He's not far from me. He's only about 30 miles from me. He lives in Lebanon. Yeah, Buck's not far from me at all. And One-Eyed Cat, he's in Williamsport. So he's about another hour and a half north of me. I should go see Buck whenever I get some free time. I've just been devoting all my free time to the getting that Firebird done. So, oh, cool, nice. Yeah, I don't get down that way very often. Usually just to go to the beach. When we get back, is when we go down there. Because I guess they got their fall cruise coming up, but I'm not going to that because we're going to Gulfport. Oh, really? Are you coming out to the No Names, Tim? Because I go to the No Names and then I'm home for like 4 days, and then I pack up and I head to Mississippi for cruising the coast. So I'm gonna have a lot of driving in 3 weeks, going from there to the because it's what 850 to No Names for me, and that's just one way. Hey, what's happening, first responder? Yeah, I'm hoping to split the mileage up between both the cars. So, what are we working on tonight, first responder? Oh, you did a live earlier. I haven't been up to much. I went to spent all weekend up at Carlisle at the Chrysler show. So, I was inundated with Mopars all weekend. Is the audio cutting up? What the hell? These darn computers, I'm telling you. No, that's the dehumidifier. Thing's loud. No, I'm sorry I missed the first responder. I'll have to check it out the next time. What the heck's going on? Okay, is it any better now? Yeah, is that any better? I adjusted something. I don't know what I adjusted, but I don't know why it's getting so weird. Oh, that's why it's so. Oh, that's why it's so. That's why it's so. That's why it's so. That's why it's so. I wonder if that's any better. Yeah, let me look and see if it is off. Yeah, let me look and see if it is off. Nope, it's on. There we go. Let me look and see if it is off. Nope, it's on. There we go. Let me look and see if it is off. Nope, it's on. There we go. Let me look and see if it is off. Nope, it's on. There we go. Let me look and see if it is off. I had that problem earlier. Is that any better now? Hopefully that should be better. Make sure this thing's off. Yeah, it's off. There we go. Yeah, we got to get a new dehumidifier because that thing is terrible. It's so loud. This is just a temporary one because we had another one and it just, I don't know, it crapped out. Something went wrong with it. So, all right, see you, Tim. Oh, it's still the same. Still screwed up. What the heck's going on? Hmm. Is that any better? Or am I still breaking up? So who's still all in here? Now we're back to 2. Guess I should probably start turning off the dehumidifier. That's what's cutting it out. Oh, we're down to 1. Oh, you think it's on your end, first responder? Okay. Some people popped in. Internet's running slow. That's nothing new. Am I sounding any better? That's good. At least you can hear me. So who's all in here yet? No first responders here. Anybody else in here? Hey, what's happening, you guys? Guitar, how you doing? Not much happening here. Except for me spilling water all over myself. That's good. Just a pretty quiet Sunday night. Oh boy. Not much. chilling out for the weekend, just doing a live. Kind of quiet tonight. Thought there'd be more people, but I'm sure other people have lives and stuff going on. Yeah. Well, thank you for coming in, saying hi. No, I appreciate it. Just not much happening tonight, which is okay. Everybody's probably just melted from the heat. I know I'm pretty beat. I didn't do anything today. I was just done after yesterday. I pretty much just sat around all day. Well, there's probably so many people doing live streams. It's probably hard for everybody to hit everything. Yeah, first responder, I'll see you. Have a good one, buddy. I'm probably going to shut it down here about 10 o'clock, so doesn't look like too many people are going to be popping in. Oh, boy. Oh. Well, that's good. At least somebody had a productive day. Wish my day would have been more productive. I did have plans to go out and work on the Firebird. I woke up this morning and it was raining, and I was like, And it did get better, but by that time I had already made up my mind to just sit on my ass all day and do nothing. So sometimes it's good just to have a day of just not doing anything. Yeah, that's for sure. Especially with all this heat we've been having, it's just been crazy. That's just that just knocks the hell out of you. You gotta just man. That just puts you away. So it's 69. I'm in a process of just I did a bunch of body work to it. I replaced both the quarters, the tail panel. So I'm just trying to get that finished and get paint on it. So I'm almost there. I don't have much more to do, and then we can get it painted, or I can paint it, which is probably what's going to happen. But I want to take it to the no name, so I'm trying to get it done. So that's what I'm going to be driving to the no names. At least that's the plan, right at this point. So we'll see. But I'm trying to get it done as soon as I can, so I have some time to shake it down and drive it around. Yeah, so am I. So am I. I'm not. I'm trying. We'll see what happens. I had a lot of family stuff going on, and it kind of just slowed up about a month or two ago. So from Christmas on, it was just a lot of family things going on. So that just kind of slowed me up on videos and things of that nature, paying attention to YouTube stuff. So we'll see. I'll try to, but if I don't, it's not a big deal. I already paid the money, so I'm still going. Hey, what's happening, Twisted Mopar? I'm doing all right. Just recovering from the weekend because was up at the Chrysler show at Carlisle this Friday and Saturday, getting fried out in the heat. So yeah, it is. Tell me about it. My dad was in the hospital. My father-in-law passed away. It was just a lot of things happening. So I'll tell you what, Twisted Mopar, that's the show to go to. They had what 3,150 cars there. That place is just nuts. It's huge. I usually do a video on it, but I didn't do one this time. If you go back through, you can see I've done videos up there of the show, but I didn't do one this year. It was just so freaking hot. I just didn't feel like it was just hard to just walk around, period, out in the sun. How far are you? Where are you at, Twisted Mopar? See, I'm lucky. I only live 15 miles from Carlisle, so I mean it's right in my backyard. So I pretty much go every year. Oh wow, so you got a pretty good haul. Yeah, it takes us maybe 15, 20 minutes to get there. So we're not far from it at all. It's still a worthwhile show to go to. I heard a lot of people say the one out there at Norwalk isn't as good anymore. That a lot of them don't go there anymore. That they'll come to Carlisle instead. So I don't know. I've never been out to the one in Norwalk, but I don't own a Chrysler either. So we take Tom's the Green Cornet. That's on my channel a lot. That we take that. That's what we took up this year. Oh yeah, you think it's over with now? Used to have one in Columbus, didn't they too? I know there was two big. There was a big show, Mopar show in Ohio. I just can't remember where it was. Is But it was pretty. It was pretty packed up there. I was surprised. Oh, you got the smoke again. It hasn't gotten this way yet. Hey, what's happening, Rich? You just got done looking at your loot, huh? I wonder if that's going to end up blowing our direction. Seems like you guys get it and then it filters across. We had it pretty bad the other week. It was horrible. Did you get your bumpers, Rich, for your Challenger? Well, that's cool. Did you find any other parts up there for it? I know you got the transmission. Yeah, they say we're probably going to be dealing with that smoke all summer long. The way the Dredge Street is moving, it's going to every now and then it's going to bring it down and lay on top of us. Spent too much money. Yeah, that's easy to do. Just amazes me some of the prices those guys want for parts up there for that stuff. My God, it's ridiculous. Oh, you got a passenger mirror for the Dart. Tom was looking at a new glove. Guy had two glove box doors up there for the Coronet, and he was just going to get one for a spare. And I guess one was a little rougher than the other. The guy wanted, he had $100 each on them, and Tom was like, "Well, would you go a little lower on the price because it's a little bit worse?" And the guy wouldn't budge on the price. He wanted $100 a piece, and that was it. I was like, "Geez." Oh, nice. You found a shifter? Is that a factory her shifter, Rich? That's the nice thing about the Chrysler show. At least you guys, the GM show up there, Carlisle sucks. There's hardly any parts up there. You guys got a whole bunch of parts vendors up there selling stuff. Oh, that's cool. So it's a Hurst. Nice. Good deal. I know Tom didn't. He was trying to find those eyebrows for the rear quarter. And you can always find them for the Belvederes and the Roadrunners, but man, you can't satellites and stuff. But you can't find them. Never find them for the Hornets for some reason. So he was trying to find those, and he couldn't find those. And I guess he was looking for some other stuff too. We just didn't see anything. So. I'm not sure he means much more for that. I think he's pretty much got everything he needs for it. Oh, you got exhaust tips too. Yeah, there's lots of vendors up there. Yeah, those exhaust tips are pricey. Even used ones. We walked through the cars for sale section. That was nuts. I can't believe the amount of money guys are asking for things. I didn't really see anything that I would want to spend my money on because it was just so way overpriced, it seemed. Oh, they were $50. Oh, you can't complain about that. Serves the purpose. I know Mike grabbed some for his Challenger. I don't know what he paid for those. They were in pretty good shape, but somebody had put gold. They had gold paint all over them. Look, yeah. So he cleaned his ROE ones, but he cleaned them all up. But I don't. I think he might have paid $80 for them. Hey, what's happening, Pickens? Not much. It's going all right. Yeah, Twisted Mopar, and it does that. You'll be up and then you'll be down, and then you'll be up and then you'll be down, and I don't know why it does that. One minute it'll say you got like 300 subscribers, and the next time you look, you got 296 or something. I don't know why it does that. It's like up and down. Are you still gonna come? Are you still gonna come, Twisted Mopar? Because I don't think I'm gonna make it either, but I'm still gonna go. I mean, you already paid the money, you might as well go. Yeah, you might as well go. Is your car strictly a drag kart, Twisted, or is it a street strip? Or Oh, it's strictly drag car. Yeah, because even if I don't make it, I'm still bringing the Firebird. I don't care. Or one of them. I'm bringing one of the cars. So I really wasn't planning on racing anyways because I had to drive so far. But well, that's cool. Nice. Oh, you're coming to the No Names Pickle. You're gonna drive from Canada. That's a haul, man. Jeez. What are you putting in it, Twisted? Nice. 512 stroker. I should run pretty good. Now, is that based on a 400 block? Or is that based on a 440? I know a lot of guys use the 400 blocks for those big strokers because they got the biggest bore. 400 block. Yeah, you don't have to be real wild with that. You got all those cubes. And a light car at that. Oh, is it stronger than 440 block? Well, I guess it would be because bigger bore, they had to cast it a little bit heavier, probably. Nice thing about the 400 is the short deck too. It's not raised block, so it makes it a lot easier on some stuff. Oh, they're closer. Okay. Because we're gonna put a 440. My buddy's got a 70 Charger, and it's original 383 4-speed car. Original engine's in it, and he was gonna pull it out and put a 440 in it, but then we started looking at all like the little things you got to change on everything to put it in. I'm like, well, maybe you should just build a 400 because it, low deck, easier to deal with, and you can stroke it. Oh, nice. Now is that tubbed out, or are you running like a 10, 12-inch tire or 10-inch tire on that, or? Oh, nice. So you got some room there to put big tires on. 437, huh? 440 cranking rods. Hmm. It's pretty neat the combos you can come up with by mixing cranks and rods and stuff in these things. Yeah, I don't know what he's going to do if he's going to. We were talking about pulling the 383 out because the car just sits. He doesn't drive it very often. It just leaks. Yeah, I was going to say you're probably right around. I was going to say probably mid tens. Wow, 138.60 foot hooks good. Do you run a 4 link under that? So I don't know what we're going to do. Ladder bar coilover. I don't know if we're going to pull that 383 out of that or what. It sounds like that's a pretty consistent with that. Yeah, that's what I figured. That'd be a nice little street engine. Problem is he just doesn't drive the car enough to really warrant it. And I mean, the 383 runs really good, so it's almost kind of a. It has a lot of it leaks oil because it just sits because he doesn't drive it, which is the biggest problem. It just sits in his garage. And I keep telling him he needs to drive it more, run it more, but I don't know. He just doesn't drive it. And you want to kind of just pull the engine out and just put the original engine under the bench so it just stays there. Yeah, and that's what I told him. You got to drive this thing. So, but anymore, it's a real high dollar car because it's factory high impact color, white interior. Yeah, you have a good one, you guys. Guitar, and I'll talk to you later. You have a good night, also. Yeah, nothing good comes from him sitting. That's for sure. Yeah, he's starting to come off his Mopar high, Rich. It was packed up there yesterday, boy. I'll tell you. Yeah, you got to keep moving around. That's not sitting around doesn't help you. Yeah, they went and looked at parts, Rich, and I just hung out at the tent for a bit, and then I went out and walked around and looked at cars. Oh, you're retired? I wish I was retired, Twisted. I really do. I got another 15 years or so, unless I hit the lottery, and then I'll be retired. Yeah, they had 3,150 cars there yesterday. It was crazy trying to get in yesterday morning. We had to cut through Carlisle and everything else. I had to weed my way through try and figure out all the streets to get down so we could get around all that crap. It was nuts. You work harder now that you don't work. Jeez. Well, that's good because that keeps you going. Also keeps your mind working doing that. You left at noon yesterday, Rich? Yeah, we got there. I don't know. I ended up oversleeping. I wake up and Tom and Dave are sitting out in the driveway waiting for me. So I jumped in the shower quick and ran out the door. I think we might have gotten there probably around 8. Oh, you guys didn't. I didn't see your car down there, Wendy. I was looking for it. I wasn't sure if you guys were coming or not. Does he still have the front end apart on that? Because I know he was working on the suspension. I lost that years ago. Yeah, sometimes I think I'm losing mind twisted. And I'm only 52. I just don't understand why every year at the Mopar show it's like 900 degrees. Oh, the front end is back together. Oh, you got new shoes on it too. Cool. So you're all set. Yeah, I was wondering if you guys were going to be there. I wasn't sure. I haven't been following videos a lot because I've been just working on the Firebird. I come in at night, I'll turn on YouTube, I'll start to watch somebody's stuff, and then I'll just fall asleep. And that's pretty much the end of it. Yeah, I'm a youngin'. But sometimes I feel like an old one. Well, you're 52 also, Wendy. Oh, really, Rich? Moving it to the fall or later, like in September or something. That would probably be a lot nicer Still young at 64 twisted. Yeah, I'll be 53 in November. It would be nice if they did move it, Rich, because they moved it to September. It would be a lot better weather and stuff. I mean, they probably even have a bigger turnout, I would almost think, because it wouldn't be so hot. But because the vet shows in August, I think the last show that they have is the Corvette show in August, and then it's the fall show. So you feel like 45. Some days I feel like I'm 100. I just wake up and I'm just sore. And, So you driving? You guys are trailering your car to the No Names Wendy, are you? I wasn't sure if you guys were driving or not. Trailering it. Yeah, I don't have a trailer, so I'm driving it. So we'll see. Doing a little bit of road tripping. So. I hear you there. You have to become a bootlegger, make your own alcohol, Twisted. Well, I'm taking a Pontiac, so that shouldn't do too bad on gas anyways. I'm hoping. It does pretty good just running around here, so. No, that's cool. The engine's an alcoholic. Got a little bit of a drinking problem, does it? It refuses to go to AA. Okay. That's Don's brother. Well, heck, Wendy, the whole family's going, huh? There's Ron's going too, isn't he? Gonna have to have an intervention with that. Not Twisted. Oh wow, you're all going. You guys camping out, or are you just gonna stay at the stay at a motel? Because I got a room at the Super 8. I think that's what it is. You're gonna camp. Yeah, I already got my reservation. All I need to do is just go there and sleep. That's all I need to do. So. Yeah, I know, but I already reserved it. I'm good. Plus, then I got to pack a tent in the damn car, and I don't have any trunk space in that thing to begin with. So, Hell, I put a spare tire in it, and that's pretty much the end of it. So. Unless I just sleep out under the stars. I could do that too. Because they got showers and everything there too, don't they? Somebody was saying. It won't admit it has a problem. Yeah, I'm sure your van and his truck will be loaded up. Now I'll throw a spare in there and some tools and maybe some extra parts and pieces. And throw my other crap on the back seat and roll. Because that's about all I can get in the back of it because the trunk is just so small. So I won't be bringing a lot with me. Probably bring at least a couple. I'll probably grab a fuel pump and I might grab another water pump for it because those are just two parts you just can't get at the parts store for that. So at least the water, especially the water pump, because it's a 1 year oddball mid-year water pump. So I'll probably order one of those just to throw in it just in case. All right, Twisted. I'll talk to you later. You have a good one. I'm probably going to shut it down here soon. All right, Rich. I'll talk to you. You have a good one, buddy. Yeah, tell me about it, Wendy. And like I said, that the water pump's an oddball on that car. I can get a pump from the parts store. It's just it's a longer pump than it. I have a shorter one, so that's the oddball one you can't get a hold of. So I figure I'll grab one of those, order one of those, and throw it in the car. That way, I got it. Probably just grab a fuel pump too, just in case. Everything else is pretty much you can get at the parts store. So. Those are just the two oddball parts you can't get a hold of. So. Well, I think I'm going to shut this down. I've been on about 2.5 hours. So. Wendy, you have a good one. I'm going to hop off here. And I'll probably see you in the next live.